Why is the Course in Miracles such a revolutionary shift? Well, I don't think anything it's saying is new. Like there's a Russian saying that everything that's new is just something old that's rehashed. I think that's true. But I think the difference between the Course in Miracles and any other religious or psychotherapeutic teaching that I've come across is that it's not administered or overseen by a body. Like there's no one that teaches the Course in Miracles and gives licenses to teach it. Like the Catholic Church oversees like the Christian faith to a degree, or the Anglican Church does that. And there's no goal in what it's saying to create a religion or a church. Like in fact the opposite. It's just like this or a movement. It's about you correcting your mind and going at the steps you're ready to. And then, unlike the Bible and unlike science and unlike the vast majority of psychotherapy, it says the world is the creation of the ego. All the physical universes, all the parallel universes, everything from the smallest lepton and quark and subatomic particle, all the way up to the biggest galaxies, and if there's more than one universe, the vast reaches of space and time. All of that is a projection of the mind, and none of it is substantial. And your job is to wake up from that dream. And I suppose the only other system of thought that has sort of parallels with that is Buddha and Buddhism. But Buddha says there isn't a God, or it's not interested in the idea of a God. And of Course in Miracles definitely talks about a God, but I think that's its one sort of limiting factor, and that's why I love Ramana Maharshi, because he says the self, right, with a capital S. So and the Buddhists don't like that word. They don't like the idea of the self, but I just think it's the most simple feature of Ramana. It's like there's this whole universe of the ego full of judgment and fear and life and death and pain and pleasure, and it's all a dream. And it's because if you think about it, you'd have to have a very sadistic father to create a world like this, with pleasure and pain, lack, have and have-nots. It has no love in it. But then the love comes through from looking at it from a different viewpoint, seeing it as a creation of fear, not judging that fear, dropping that fear in oneself and seeing the fear in others, but not defining them by it. And that is the curriculum to wake up from the dream that the ego has created. Whereas the Bible says, and God created the universe, and all these creation myths give the creation of time and space to some idol, whether it's a scientific idol of the Big Bang or an idol of some God or other. And the Course in Miracles just says, yeah, that's wrong. That's not the way it is. Like the universe is a projection of a mind that is not in its right mind, and the solution is to move it into the frame of right mind thinking.